Hello everyone, welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is the daily read and it is for Thursday the 5th of December 2019 for all signs. So it may or may not resonate with you. You decide what resonates and leave the rest. So I'm just going to pull a reading card and see what the message is. We have communication. Maybe find your voice. You see, this person is looking at how, sorry, I've got a frog in my throat, how situations can transform when we speak our truth. How situations can really change for the better when we're honest with ourselves, when we speak from the heart. Let me just read that out to you. We have communication. Yeah, this is listen carefully, speak clearly, and with confidence. Beautiful. Okay, let's see what the angels have to say. Oh, we have freedom, liberation. This can be tied in with letting go as well. Also burdens, things that weigh on our mind when, the frustrations that come from when we don't speak our truth. It only affects us, it only brings us down. And this is where we get liberation from all of that frustration, burden, sense of limitation. It is overcoming your own boundaries, your own limitations, your own fears even. Maybe there's some fear associated with the conversation that needs to happen now with somebody. Okay, see what the cards have to say. So angel spirits, guides, what do we have please for? This is for all signs for the 5th of December 2019. Thursday the 5th of December 2019 please. Yeah. We have the Three of Swords. That was the Queen of Swords. I thought she was going to come out then. On the table, please, angel spirits guides. What do we have for the 5th of December 2019 for all signs? What is the message? Thank you. We have the 9 of Cups. We have the 8 of Swords. We have the Chariot. I'm going to put those together because they came out so closely. We have the 5 of Swords and the 6 of Wands. Isn't that beautiful? We have the Lovers and the 10 of Cups here. There is the deep transformative card, Death. Okay. I feel some of you, I mean, the Three of Swords is about deep hurts, deep wounds. Now, this can be in a relationship, and we do have the relationship cards here. We have the Lovers, we have the Ten of Cups. I do feel for some of you that there has been some truths that may have come out. This can be about brutal truths being realised, that can cut you deep. The swords represent truth, clarity. So it's seeing the truth of a situation in all its light, really. Things coming to light. Could be third-party situations in relationships. You know, this can be hurts in any area as well. It can be in love, it can be in business, where you're let down by the people that you rely on, that you trust. The 3 in tarot is the beginnings of allowing something new or something to end. It can be endings and beginnings as well. It can be the beginnings of getting to a level of allowing yourself to move on. But I also think that comes with closure. And I think that's what this freedom is about for some of you. Because there's an ending here. I do feel for some of you there's an ending. And I think it's Gemini, I think it's a relationship. Yeah, and it's to do with this 3 of Swords. You see, this wound is exposed to the elements. We have the clouds here, we have the rain here. And that's what's been going on in your internal world. You know, that negativity, the rain pouring within your internal world. But this also represents that this wound is exposed to the elements. And it's a 3. It's time to release it. It's time to let it heal. And I feel some of you have the opportunity to do that now. Because we have the Chariot here. And the Chariot, yeah, this is about fast progress. This is about a positive shift. This is about getting back on the horse in some ways for me as a reader. Certainly getting back on your carriage, getting back in the driving seat, all of those kind of things. This person pulls the rein, pulls these black and white sphinxes into balance. It is pulling the reins of your life back into balance where you've experienced deep hurt. And now you're trying to take control. You're trying to move forward and put something behind you. This is a beautiful card because for me this is also a card of emerging. This Charioteer, this Chariot card is a 7. It's a challenge. It's a challenge card. And the challenge is this Chariot is made of stone. So how does it go so fast? And it is a description that when you choose to release the weights that are holding you back, whatever this has been, that's when you really move forward at speed. That's when you allow a positive shift to happen. And remember, the Charioteer comes from a place. He's leaving a town behind. He's leaving something behind and moving on. And that is a big message for some of you now. There's victory, there's success. Some of you are more powerful than you realise. This is a card of Cancer as well. And when I talk about emerging, it is about coming out of your shell. You know, this is where I feel for some of you, I'm feeling that your foundations have been rocked in some way. I feel the home. I'm definitely feeling the home for some of you. Your home, it could have been a relationship, something in the family, could have been rocked. Because this is where that protective shell was threatened in some way. I do feel with that 3 of Swords energy. And now you're taking steps to move on. And And this is where that emerging comes out, because you're beginning to take the reins of your own life again. You're beginning to come out of your shell. Some of you could have isolated yourself from people. Some of you could have been licking your wounds for a period of time. You know, that's understandable. Three of Swords is an easy energy. But this is where you're beginning to emerge, certainly in your own right now. Yeah. I'm going to go here, because we have the Eight of Swords. And we also have the Lovers and the Ten of Cups here. Now the Ten of Cups is real happiness, and it's a relationship. The Lovers is a relationship as well. But the Lovers can also be about making a choice or a decision, and it could be to do with this Ten of Cups, where some kind of like, I do feel something in the family has been rocked in some way. I do feel this is where you're keeping, I do feel that you're keeping things in. This is where negativity can keep you a prisoner. But the Swords are also about communication. They're also about speaking your truth. And we do have that communication here now. Some of you are either not seeing the truth of a situation, not dealing with a situation when you know you need to deal with it, not seeing a way forward. This can be about, you know, when we're feeling balanced within, we don't really see a way forward in our external world. But I also think some of you could have cut yourself off. This can be, for me as a reader, it can be about isolating yourself from speaking to other people, keeping everything in, trying to protect that shell. And this is where you need to take that blindfold off. These bandages, or what do you call them? Ropes, whatever they are. They're loose. These shackles are loose. This woman could, you know, really move them and walk forward. But she doesn't. She chooses to remain there because there is negativity holding her back, stopping her from seeing perspective, stopping her from seeing the truth of a situation. And now I do feel for some of you, it is about seeing the truth of a situation in order to move forward. Maybe in order to have some communication or dialogue that you need to have with whatever this Three of Swords was. Because I do feel your happiness, that cocoon, the shell, your protective, your area of protection where you feel safe and secure has been rocked in some way. You know, that's how we see our home. That's how we see our relationships, our immediate relationships. It's been rocked in some way. And there's a decision or a choice and some conversation that you need to have now in order to liberate yourself from whatever this energy is. Some of you could have blocked people, you know, on the mobile. Some of you could have blocked them from speaking to them. Whoever caused this Three of Swords, you're not wanting to engage with them at the moment. But this is about certainly connecting to who you are, your higher self, in order to move forward. And this is a card of Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, the Magician. The card of communication. And I feel for some of you, communication is needed on an issue where I do feel your foundations have been rocked in some way. That protective shell that you thought you could depend on. So, some of you, the Five of Swords is an interesting one. This is Venus in Aquarius. This can be about, before you enter into conflict in your external environment, before you enter into just negative exchanges with somebody, this is about understanding, refocusing on your path. And that is what we've got, two cards of victory next to each other here. So there is a message that you are going to come through it, and you're going to learn a lot about yourself. This is about understanding your own power, your own potential, who you are as a person. This person is discovering their own power. The Six of Wands is a victory card because they've overcome challenge. they've overcome this challenge and they're coming through the other side of whatever this was, and they're realizing their own power. And even though they might encounter even this kind of challenge as they go forward on the journey, they're not as afraid, because they understand they've already done it once, they've already overcome challenge once, and they know they've learned a lot about themselves and they are capable of doing it again. So that's the victory of this. It's the victory of understanding that you will overcome whatever situation has gone on in your external world and move on, refocus on your path, on your priorities. But this is also about that internal discovery as well, for me as a reader. It can also be your own negative thinking, stopping you from moving forward, and it's time to refocus if that's the case. Because it's about refocusing on your own dreams, your own power, your own potential to bring happiness into your life. And there is a message that you can be happy again in your own right. The Nine of Cups is somebody who, you know, they have that sense of, that look of pride on their face. The red hat, and I do talk about this a lot, is really about switching on. Switching on to your future, switching on to how to achieve every single one of these cups and stack it up on that trophy shelf like this person has. It's a silk, like a silk trophy shelf. He is surrounded by his achievements because he's worked hard. And this is bringing happiness and fulfillment in on every level, whether it's to do with career, whether it's to do with relationships, whether it's to do with your own internal world as well, finding fulfillment. By focusing and refocusing on your life now, you are bringing positive wish fulfillment. This is about making it happen, understanding and discovering a lot about yourself on the journey, that you can bring happiness into your life. And my goodness, that is liberating. That is liberating. We have freedom here, we have communication here in the reading cards, but you know, the Death card is transformative, because this is where we realize things that we need to release, things that need to end in order to embrace the new. The Death card is, there's a lot of white in that card. It's the alchemical white. It is about deep transformation by allowing something to end, allowing something to burn away, old experiences, old baggage, things that you don't need anymore. Even old beliefs. You know, we have a religious person here. We have, you know, people here, like family here. And there's all kind of different representation symbols here on the card. And it is about liberating yourself in a way from your own restrictions, your own boundaries that you put on yourself. Very much the Eight of Swords, or that other people have placed on you in order to rise like that phoenix in the sky. It's a big card of rebirth. It is a big card of liberation, the Death card as well. Because I do feel for some of you, you have been through challenge and there is a real feeling that you've overcome it here. You're going to overcome it. You're going to get happiness back. And whether you're in a relationship or not, this is somebody who claims their happiness in their own right. So it's a beautiful message. Okay, I'm just going to pull a fairy card. Okay, yeah. What did we say? Transformation. The fairy tells you to surrender to a transformation in your life that's happening for your highest good. Embrace your transformation. The best is yet to come. Yeah, and I do feel the best is yet to come. We have the Nine of Cups here. Yeah, beautiful reading. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I hope it's a wonderful day for you, and I will see you next time. Thank you.